I'm being accused of molesting my daughters, and my wife Theresa knows I didn't do it, and I'm here today to prove my innocence by taking a lie detector test. We were on our way to Arizona with the kids. We stopped at the truck stop to sleep. One of her young daughters got out of the van, went into the truck stop while we were sleeping. Someone called the cops. They came and they arrested us for child endangerment. We went to jail. They took away the kids. So right when we were gonna get the kids back, they accused me of molesting her daughters, which I didn't do. Being accused of molesting a child is devastating to a man, especially a father. You know, no one wants to be labeled as that. No one wants to have to go through that. And especially when there's no proof or evidence that even the girls said it didn't happen. I feel like people are looking at me funny or look down upon me just because of the things that are being said. So when these allegations first came out, my wife was pregnant with my son. She believed it and started fighting a lot, so I left for a while. Then I came back because we wanted to work things out. When I came back, my son was a month old. I started seeing my son. Me and Theresa started working our relationship out. We went to a friend's house and they took a picture of me and sent it to CPS, and then they took my son away for being around him because of what I was accused of. So I got this paperwork from the courts, and it says Darron is an inappropriate caregiver for subject minors. Darron sexually abused the girls, 2 minor children residing with him at the time of the abuse. And I didn't do any of it. When I first saw this, I was extremely upset. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they would make something up like this and that they would take my son away over lies. This ripped my family apart. You know, me and my wife, Theresa, are fighting all the time because of it. I can't see my son. I can't see the girls. You know, she was gonna get unsupervised visits, and now she doesn't even get that. They're trying to terminate her rights because of it. I'm a good father. I take care of my kids. I do the best that I can. I'm there for them. I nurture them. I would never abuse them. I don't know where this is coming from. My wife's a good mother. She takes care of them. She, does everything she can for them. We were just having a hard time and we were struggling, and instead of getting help, they just ripped us apart. And CPS wants me to take a psychosexual exam and lie detector tests, and I can't afford them. They're way too expensive. It's all based on things that were made up. Never saw a cop, never got arrested, never had charges pressed against me, but I still have to do all this. And I just want it all to be over, and I want my family back together.
You're traveling across the country in a van with your kids, no job, not a lot of money. We hear your daughter. I think when I'm reading this, a 2-year-old at a truck stop, going around begging for food.
First of all, my daughter was not begging for food, okay? We stopped at a truck stop, okay? We were resting. We were headed out to Arizona to be with family, okay? And basically, we were sleeping. My son got out to use the restroom. My daughter followed him out. We were all sleeping, okay? I didn't realize she got out, okay? When I did realize she got out, I freaked out. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? That's my kid, obviously. I made a mistake, and I'm not here to deny that. Okay, she was not begging for food. My daughter was well fed. I took good care of her. There's no way she was begging for food. When they got my kids—
Where did that come from, that she was begging for food?
One of the people in the store said that she was begging for food. Okay, so—
Is it possible that she was asking for food?
No.
No?
There's no way they could have been asking her for food, and I'm not denying that.
And the people said that your daughter was filthy, and that
That's not true.
your daughter was covered with feces.
That's a lie. None of that happened. My daughter was not covered in feces, okay? We were sleeping, and when she had woke up, she was wet with her diapers, normal wet, okay, from sleeping, like a normal baby when
and
they
you
go
both
to
were
sleep.
arrested. You were both arrested for this.
Yes,
incident,
we were both
right?
arrested.
How long have you been without your kids?
2 years.
2 years. That's a long time. Sometimes I have to go on a trip somewhere, and I'm like 2 days without my kids, and I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I'm freaking out, of course. That's why I'm here.
Some of the paperwork that was provided to us says that Darron sexually abused 2 of Theresa's minor children in his care. You have an extensive CPS history of abuse and neglect
That's not true.
of her children.
That's not true.
Well, it is true.
No, they're saying
right.
that's
well,
true.
Well, because they have paperwork. This includes an investigation into the death of one of your children. Did you have a children that passed away?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How did your child pass away?
That has nothing to do with this circumstance, okay? Absolutely nothing.
But
this happened 9 years ago.
But they're
okay?
bringing this up.
I
This is part of
understand
the
that.
neglect. You were criminally convicted of that child's death.
I did not murder my son or anything, Steve.
You were criminally convicted.
They put me in jail for child endangerment. Okay?
Were you the cause of that child's death?
No, I was not.
Why did they arrest you?
Because he didn't have flotation device on and stuff.
Your son drowned. Darron possessed drug paraphernalia and illegal substances when the police found you in the van. All your children were living in a minivan, unshowered, and one was
That's not
covered
true.
in feces.
That isn't true. That is bull crap.
Where are you and Darron living at now?
God. We're living at a lake.
At a lake. In a lake house, lake cottage, what?
No, we live at the lake in a tent. I'm trying to get back on my feet so I can get my kids back.
This happened, and same thing with Theresa. You're not like teenage kids making mistakes here. You're both grown adults.
Right.
You got four
Right,
kids
but we
in
still
the car.
make mistakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not perfect, Steve. You know, we're not perfect.
Do you believe that you and her, you and your wife, are capable of taking care of children?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And why is that? Why
Because
do you think you're...
we have grown up a lot, and we have become
You're
a lot
living
more
in a
responsible.
tent.
Well, that's to save money. We need enough money to pay the deposit to get the first and last. So living in a tent
But
at the
right
lake,
now, you would say you couldn't take care of a kid because
well, right now we can't. We don't have the proper facilities.
You live in a
But
tent.
we're working on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're saving our money. We're putting away for it. We're trying to get enough so that we can,
My mom's helping us.
Once I clear my name, they'll give us the kids back. We just need a place.
have you stopped doing drugs?
Absolutely. I've been sober for 2 years. I pass every single drug test. They shave my armpit
our
once
hair,
a month.
everything. That's right. They take our hair and everything.
And you've been clean too, then?
Yes.
Yeah, they test both of us.
I've been
We
clean
just
since
did
day
one.
one.
Have you ever had any sexual physical contact with either of Theresa's daughters? You answered no, and the results for your lie detector test is that you told the truth.
I freaking told you guys. Told you. Told you. Knew it.
What a perfect story. Happy ending.
Now
It
we
is
just
happy.
need help to get the kids
It's
back.
happy for you. But what something pulls at me, something like eats away a little bit inside me saying, probably somebody did molest your
Yeah,
kids.
and who? And I want to know.
And here's the problem with that. If you were doing what you were supposed to be doing,
They would never have gotten
They'd
put in
never-
that
I
just
situation.
totally
never
agree
would've
with
happened.
all of that.
people make mistakes, right?
Right.
People don't make mistakes on your level as far as when it comes to children, but everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. But I don't make mistakes when it comes to my kids. I mean, maybe a little tiny mistake, but my kids don't go hungry or filthy or wander around truck stops, or I don't get behind the wheel of a car intoxicated.
I didn't go behind the wheel of
Yeah,
the car.
we weren't driving at all.
Okay. See, it doesn't,
Right, and I
you're making
understand
me
it's
so mad.
wrong, yeah.
Because, do I really have to break it down for you? I mean, you're a grown man, okay? Do I got to be your father?
No.
No. Stand on your own damn 2 feet.
Absolutely, that's what we're doing.
I know for a fact, from experience, from reading the newspaper and everything else, a lot of times those situations aren't so great. There's a lot of people out there that do good, that want to take care of kids, but there's also people out there that abuse kids in foster homes.
Yeah.
And I think, how horrible is that for your kids?
It's terrible.
But then I think, if your kids are back with you, is that really the best place?
Yes, it is the
It
best
is. We're their
place.
And to be
parents,
honest,
you know?
We're better people,
just
Steve.
as an outsider, I don't know. I hope that you guys continue down the path that you say that you're going down, that you cleaned up, you're not doing drugs anymore, you're going to make the right decisions. You have to now. You're 32 years old. The times of making stupid mistakes have to be over if you have any chance of ever getting your kids.
I treasure my kids, and I hope that you know that.
I
I'm
hope
telling
so.
You the truth.
I believe you do.
And that's why we came, because we needed
And
help.
I hope you stay on the straight and narrow. I hope you get them back. And once you get them back, you don't
Never
screw
gonna
up
let 'em go
anymore.
again.
And don't point the finger at anybody else.
fair
You
enough.
got to point the finger at yourself. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.